Welcome to the Fittish Dad Podcast. I am your host, Caleb Bowers. Hey everybody, and welcome back. I know it's been a little bit since I've posted the last Fittish Dad Podcast, and where we ended up is I had announced that I had quit running, and by quitting running, I had decided to stop training for my 100-miler and to push that off into sometime in the future because I realized that mentally and physically, I was just not in a place to undertake and commit to the levels required in order to achieve such an outlandish thing. And I had a honest moment with myself where I realized, hey, I was chasing this for the wrong reasons. I was chasing it to try to make myself, if I do this, then I'll feel good about myself, or I'll feel like I've earned it, or I'm worthy, or whatever it may be. So I realized I just needed to cut back on a lot of things in my life because I was just doing things because I felt like if I didn't do them, then I was a failure or a loser. Not because, I said, I saw myself as someone who could do those things, but if I didn't do those things, then who am I? And so I decided to cut back on all the heavy training and stuff because I was really struggling mentally with it. And then my dad had a heart attack last week. So it's been a whirlwind of a 2-week period in my life. So last Sunday, I guess technically Monday morning, I woke up to a text from my mom from Sunday night saying, hey, no worries, but I took your dad to the hospital because he was having some tightness in his chest and whatnot. Turns out he was on the verge of having a heart attack. I don't know if he actually had the heart attack. I think he may have gotten to the hospital early enough to where they were able to kind of ride him out through it. But ended up having, he had 100% blockage in 2 arteries and 80 in 1. And then they went ahead and just quadrupled. They bypassed all 4 of the arteries leading into all 4 chambers of the heart. And he had open heart surgery on Tuesday or Wednesday of last week. And he's already home. Came home Sunday. He's doing great. All glory to God, because honestly, in any other circumstance, should be dead, but they were able to get in, fix it cleanly, no complications, no issues, nice and smooth and easy. We have somebody by the way, it's 6:30 in the morning. I just finished my run, and I guess somebody heard me talking. Sam, you want to come join us? Come here. You want to come sit with me? Or do you want to sit in the chair? Sam is going to join us for this morning version of the Fittish Dad Podcast, because this is the whole point of the Fittish Dad Podcast. We're fit-ish, and we're dads. We do it for that guy right there. Say hi, Sam. Say morning. And so that, that'll lead us into what I wanted to talk about today. So obviously that happened, and while it was never like a dire circumstance, because it's like it was never like, oh my gosh, he's gonna die or something like that, but it was a serious circumstance, obviously, and the situation was very serious, and a lot needed to happen and needed to go well, and everything like that. And I didn't want to lose my dad, and obviously, Sam doesn't want to lose his grandpa, or his poppy, as he calls him. And it really made me kind of sit and think about a lot of things, especially like what is the point of all this? It really makes you stop and really makes you reconsider everything. Um, and I had decided that I was going to spend the next couple months really trying to figure out who I am, and uh, who I am to what I can bring to the world, because that's obviously that's the whole point where anybody's here, is because you are here to bring value to the world, and you have value to bring. So what value do I bring? Well, number one is obviously I bring value to his world as his father, and that's my number one purpose in life, is to bring the value required for him to be the man that God has created him to be. And so he's gonna he's probably gonna do some weird things. So you get some deep wisdom here, and you get some entertainment over in the corner over here. Sam, what are you doing? Oh, you showing your light up shoes? Show the world. Show the world your light up shoes. There you go. Say hi, world. But and so actually I think it was Monday. So it was that Monday. I had taken the day off work because I wasn't really 100% sure what was happening, and just wanted to be available for my mom or my dad, just if something needed to happen. Um, so I stayed home with Sam, and we just kind of hung out, and it was funny because I could tell, well, he could tell that I wasn't like freaking out or anything like that, but he could tell something was off, because I had gotten off the phone with my mom. Because she was going back up to the hospital, and so I called her, and they're like, okay, they're still doing tests just to see what exactly needs to be done and what needs to be fixed and whatnot. And I got off the phone, and I was sitting on the couch in the living room. Sam came up to me and was like, "What's wrong, Daddy?" And I was like, Dad's just having a hard day. And he looked at me, he goes, "Do you want to go play your game?" And by that, he means PlayStation. Like my game is Madden. And I was like, "You know what, Sam? Yeah, let's go play my game." And I was like, "You want to get some snacks and go play my game?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so I grabbed some tortilla chips, and we went upstairs, and I turned it on, and I give him a controller, and I turn his controller on because he is bright enough to know that the light's not on, Dad. But I just don't put him on a team, and usually he like acts like he's playing, but come sit with me. And it was funny because this time though, he he I took a video of it because I put my camera up and stuff like my phone, because I was like, oh, that's kind of a cute moment. I'll make a video of it. And hold on, let me refocus the camera. There we go. It's too many faces. Got the lion right here, and then Sam's face is messing with the focus. But yeah, are you being silly? But it was funny because I did it because I thought it'd be a cute moment for me being such a great dad. But it was funny because in the video, Sam is looking at me, and he like gives me a chip. He goes, "Here, Dad," and you can see him looking at my face intently because he's trying to gauge how I'm feeling. He's trying, but not in a way so he can feel, but he's like, you can tell he's trying to like, you feel better, Dad? Like you happy now? And it was just, it really warmed my heart, because I felt like I had a successful moment as a father, because in a moment like a difficult moment for me, my son's first thought was, how can I help? How can I help make this moment better for him? And he's 3. How old are you? 3. He's 3 and like a half. And so obviously his social skills and his uh, you know emotional skills are still not very highly developed. But it's still just to see that, the stuff that you try to show and work on with your kids actually means something is
I see another phone.
yeah, you see another phone?
Yeah.
That's not a phone, it's a phone case. It's my old phone case for my old phone.
Why?
I don't know why.
It's this word.
Yeah, that's a little script I use for making a commercial. But
A phone.
yeah, phone. But all that being said, it just really puts everything into perspective of what is the point of getting healthy? What is the point of all this? What is the point of being a fit-ish dad? Is in the fit-ish part is kind of jokingly because you're like, oh, I'm fit-ish, but it's not about the aesthetic of it. It's not about having a 8-pack, and it's not about being able to bench 400 pounds and look like a Greek god. Though if you want to do those things, there's nothing wrong with those things. But it's not about that. It's not in the chase of the glory of that. It's not in the pursuit of the glory of the aesthetic or of pride or of Instagram likes or anything like that. It's to set an example, number one, for your children, and number two, be able to carry the mental and physical and emotional load that is required by fathers in order to keep that load and the weight of the world off the shoulders of your family. Yeah. And yeah, and if you listen to, was on with the Thrive Men podcast a week ago with Justin Robinson, and we talked about the importance of physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual strength and fitness, and how that all ties in together. And you can't have one without the other. And all of that is because as a man, as a father, you have a responsibility to carry the weight for your family. Yeah. And that's not a punishment. It's not a, like I have to do this, stuff like that. It's no, you get to do this. You have the glorious responsibility to care for and to love your family and to be a strong husband, father, and man, so that way the world can continue to run the way that God wants it to run. But yeah, right.
Yay.
But that being said, I do have a goal. I have something I am working towards because I don't like doing things for no reason. So I'm not going to like run and train and stuff for no reason because that's stupid. What is it? The proverb says, the foolish run when no one is chasing them. I said, well, no one's chasing me, so I'm not running, but I am chasing something. And I've decided to do something where it's going to stretch my ability, and it's going to cause me to have to train hard and to focus and to really lock down on some things. So it's something that is a challenge. It's something that's going to require me to, put myself out there in terms of I may fail. It may not be something I'm able to achieve on the first go round, but that is a sub 20-minute 5K, which is 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles. Sub 20-minute is I believe a 6:25 minute per mile pace. My current PR is like 21 and a half minutes. And the thing with 5Ks though is you're like, oh, that's only a minute and a half or whatnot. But that is a massive jump when you're only have 3 miles to make up 90 seconds. So that means 30 seconds per mile off than a 21 and a half minute, which is, going from 7 minutes to 6.5. That's a big jump. Like that's a big jump in speed. So it's something that I don't know if I'll be able to get it, but I'm going to train towards it. And I'm going to have my first shot here in the second weekend of December. And there's 5Ks all around. So there's like 3 or 4 local 5Ks almost every weekend. So it's something where if I don't get it that time, I can continue on, do another training block and try again. And I'm going to focus on that right now. I am using the Garmin has an AI coach. It's this new thing that they have where I can like put in what I'm trying to train for, and it takes in all of my running data, health data, and it compiles a running plan, training plan, but it's adaptable. Like yesterday, it had me do a 10-minute warm up, and then it had 1 mile at pace, at a certain pace, 2-minute rest, 2 miles at a certain pace, 2-minute rest, and then 10-minute cool down. And then today it was supposed to be another speed day, but it changed on me because I did that workout later in the afternoon, and then afterwards I did 6 sets of 10 on squats, and so obviously my body was stressed and everything like that. So it changed it, and it ended up having me only do a recovery run, but just an easier run. It said 35 minutes. We ended up doing 50 minutes just because the route that we like to run, it's just a little bit longer. But we ran slower, so it wanted me to run like 35 minutes. Samuel, am I stinky? Yeah, thank you. It wanted me to run 35 minutes at like a 9:55 pace, which isn't fast, but it's also like not slow, at least for me. Or easy. It's not easy. That is a baseball bat. Don't hit anything. And so it wasn't easy. So we ended up doing like just over 4.5 miles at like 11-minute pace, just taking it real nice and easy because me were super sore. But felt good, excited for this next chapter and figuring it all out. Yeah, don't rub that in her face. And as always, check out Feast Fuel. They are the ones that are helping me fuel for this sub 20-minute 5K. Also looking to lose a couple pounds, get a little stronger. But that's so I can obviously better and trying to be faster if I shed a little bit of weight and really work on strengthening those muscles to be able to run fast. Don't mind Sam. He's putting deodorant on his chin because I don't know. He's goofy, right, Sam? Oh, you got a beard? Is that what you think you're doing? Yeah, it's not. But anyways, it's a short podcast this week. Just wanted to give you an update. But tag along and check out the Finish Dad podcast products. We got shirts, hoodies. The hoodie, I'm gonna get one. Especially there's polos now. There's like Yeti cups, all sorts of stuff in our YouTube shop, and there will be little links throughout the video all down here. But check them out. Go and support the show. The prices are great. They're like $15 for this shirt, which I'm like, you can't buy $15 a $15 shirt at the store at Walmart. So it's a great prices, great products. Support the show. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week on the Finish Dad podcast.